Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Meta Monday show, brought to you by Epic Flail. In today's show, we're going to be discussing the best three and the worst three. Is that a gang sign, or is that just me?
Mate, we've just literally got a content warning for chucking gang signs up already. Someone does a drive-by in a minute because Paul's tried to gang sign on
we just
fun trick. Is that a gang sign?
Whoa, that's a bit of fun.
See?
Whoa, Debbie McGee's going to be really impressed.
Mate, that's how I got her. That's how I won her over.
You like a callback there to Liam's obsession with Debbie McGee?
I mean, it's not an obsession. It's a healthy obsession. Let's go with healthy obsession.
I actually went on Cameo to see if she was on Cameo.
What, to send me a Cameo?
Yeah. I mean, she's not. No, she's got too much class. Anyway, on this show, we're going to be talking about the best three and the worst three factions in Warhammer 40,000. There's a bunch of other news stories. We're going to be talking about the new Custard model, the Ork box. We're going to be talking a bit about clickbait. All sorts of things are coming up in the channel. If you are joining for the first time and it's not live, check in the description and you can timestamp to whatever bit of the show you want to listen to. If you're joining us live, then we will be talking to you in the chat and getting involved as we always do on Meta Mondays. And then at the end of the show, we'll be looking at the latest Meta Monday stats. Do you like that? Remix.
I just like the fact that Guy's in the bath listening to us.
Guy likes to watch us from the bath.
I don't know if that says more about him or us.
Or both of us. Both.
Of all of us.
Maybe just equally.
Is his bathtub big enough for all of us? Can you answer that question, Guy?
Adam, can we get a bareback update? I will not have this man discussed on the show.
Who's asked for that?
Adam.
I do actually have some updates for you, but we're not allowed to discuss him on this channel.
At the end, if we've nothing else to talk about, then yeah, but not as like a
not as like a common
welcome
theme.
To the show. Yeah, if you're watching for the first time, here's the stories of some guy called Bareback Jack, who I never met him and I don't want to.
He's actually genuinely a really nice guy.
He sounds awful. No, I'm joking. I think every week I complain to you about his name.
Every time I get round here, you're like, mate, how's your weekend been? I was like, yeah, well, you know. Thingy came and he's like, who's? Oh, not him again.
Oh,
not
this guy. I'm like, why are you hanging around with this guy? Anyway, those of you that have watched before, you know the score. We'll be talking to you shortly. While I've got people's attention that have joined early on, please join our Discord. We have lots of fun chats about Warhammer 40,000 and the old word, the old world. And if you become a member of the channel, you can watch our After Dark shows, which we do every other week, and get early access to our live streams where the players talk about the lists and deployments and the setups. And every other week when we do an After Dark, I do a video talking about a subject that I think is interesting, relevant, sometimes controversial, and relevant to the channel. There you go, Liam.
Hello. Hi.
Hey chat. Sorry, that was a long.
Mate, I think guys,
quite a long intro.
Guys suggested a really good thing. We should do a hot tub stream. Really get those viewers in, baby. Really get those viewers hooked.
Have you seen it? Like, it's such a thing, isn't it? Now on Twitch for people to just sit in hot tubs.
Is it?
Have you gone and checked it out? Have you ever watched a hot tub stream?
No.
Maybe we can do that on an after. Maybe that's next After Dark. Hey, old world. Good to see you, my friend.
I take it it's just like attractive women sitting in hot tubs.
Yeah.
It's not me sitting in a hot tub, is it?
Well, there's a market for it, I think.
There is a market for me.
Especially with that wound on your head.
Oh, mate, I have got like a wound.
Liam's really hurt his head, look.
Look, I've got like an actual wound on my head.
Liam has decided to shave off some of his brain.
Literally took some of my head with me the other day. Then had to pick it back out of the razor, which was the worst bit.
It's quite the wound, mate. Makes you look hard, strong, powerful.
Yeah.
Right, anyway.
Intimidating. Should I do it before I play Warhammer next? Just like cut a bit of my head, just turn up with like a bleeding face. Brandon
says it looks like a ketchup stain. I think it looks like an impressive wound.
Liam is a sexy bear. Yes, he is.
Imagine if you just got to the table and just started cutting his... I don't mean this in like a, you know... No. Sometimes I say stuff and then regret it. But no, but you know...
regret it.
No, I don't mean... Oh. No, I don't mean in like a, you know... Needs attention.
Cut my life into... Oh, I better not sing too much, Papa.
Cut my life into
pieces. Yeah, we get a content warning if we carry on with that.
I was thinking more of sort of like, you know, you've played a guy who was seeping. You know, maybe it was just a ritual.
Oh, I hate that word. Does that word not make you feel a bit weird? Seeping.
Seeping's not a word I like saying.
Is it an onomatopoeia, seeping?
No. What isn't? No. What's onomatopoeia? Oh, don't start impressing me with your linguistical chat.
Linguistical chat?
An onomatopoeia.
onomatopoeia.
He's a rapper. He's ace.
He's done a bit of gang violence, though, isn't he? So he's not allowed out.
He's
anymore.
coming after us for the.
After this with the 3 up, 3 down.
Maybe that could be the gang. That's the gang sign for. Oh mate, I'm part of the 3 up, 3 downs.
Oh no, that make a sweet sixer.
Seeping moisture from his gushing pimples.
He looks like that old Russian politician Yeltsin. I think he's talking about
Liam Gorbachev.
Boris Yeltsin. Is it Boris Yeltsin or Gorbachev? I'm not hot on my 90s Russian politician.
Where's Peter? No.
Jesus Christ.
Peter. The last thing Peter wants to talk about is Russian. Weeping serious fluid. Guy, nearly read all of that.
I can't believe. I was like, is he gonna?
Just because you're in the bath, don't give you a pass. Anyway, the hot tub thing is like big money. Yeah, you just get.
Can
girls.
we get a hot tub in here?
I mean, you've seen Georgia. She's pretty chill about my home improvements that we've done. I'm just looking at the ceiling of the cameras that I've now drilled into the ceiling.
I mean, at least it's a Warhammer room and not something else.
Yeah. Well, a hot tub underneath those cameras actually could work.
Oh, mate, there'd be some strange angles being achieved with the Nigerian church cam.
The church cam.
Oh, mate, imagine the church cam in a hot tub.
Holy smokes, guys! We've just realised not only have we got a Warhammer studio, but we've got a hot tub. We've got a hot tub studio. We've got a top down. That could be on angle for the chin. That could be the head, chest, your church cam, whatever you want. Like, you know what I mean?
All
super
angles.
Chat for a super chat.
Super chat, you can zoom in.
Yeah, super chat. Where do you want it? It'd be like pin the tail on the donkey.
I feel like this is drifting into like some pretty shady boundaries.
We've come in with an after dark type vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to apologise to members about last week's after dark.
Why?
Oh, we got like a proper content warning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't play R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah. That was what the worst thing about that video was.
It turns out what
you definitely cannot play R. It's still on YouTube, though.
For those of you that didn't watch it, we were playing R. Kelly Ignition with me hiding in the cupboard pretending to be a wrestler.
Oh yeah,
this is not a good idea. Apparently, you're not allowed to do it.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, normally today the channel has a lot of most of our stuff gets a content warning. But it's a content warning where it's like, look, just letting you know that like you played something or said something you're not allowed to say, but don't worry about it. It's all fine. Like literally, it's just us saying, you know, you shouldn't play the Northern Boys. You know what I mean? Or you shouldn't sing Nickelback.
Not that you shouldn't pretend to be hiding in a closet while R. Kelly's playing.
Well, this one was like, this is restricted. Like, this will not play in most countries now.
We've been banned from country.
Yeah, because like it was like a mega. So this thing came up, this like thing I've not seen before, and it was like there are 2 content breaches on this show. One is you playing the Northern Boys Robot Man, and I was like, that's fair enough. And then the other one was R. Kelly Ignition, and then it said you have to pick one of these options. It was either turn the video off.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm not going to do that. Or mute the bits where it was on, or cut the bits out. So I just said, oh, no, I ain't got a content strike. It's not strike.
Yeah, because it's members only, we don't get the strikes as much. Because
it's not a strike. It's not a proper, like, you know, if you're in serious trouble.
It's not people are turning up to our house to arrest us.
Yeah, no.
I mean, we've all been there.
We're not there yet.
We've all been there, though, haven't we?
We've all been there. Have we? Mate, just wait till we've got this. I can't believe we've struck up another business venture tonight. You know, like
OnlyFans.
A hot tub setup with the Ugandan church cam.
What could we call it? Perm and the Bear?
Or what, we going in the hot tub? I was thinking we get people in.
Yeah, Perm and the Bear. That's our that's our OnlyFans channel.
Perm and the Bear. What, and we get people in with us?
Yeah, and then we get like special guests.
It can't just be me and you in a hot tub together.
It's really weird. After like 3 weeks, we're both just like, why are we still doing this from a hot tub together? Like, is there anyone else? The water's cold. I'm all wrinkly. Why are we still in here?
Yeah, we're just there playing with the church cam, like zooming
in on each other.
And it just like an empty chat of me. Someone super chat a nipple. Like zooming in. Oh, that was a detour. Right, how was your week in Warhammer, my friend?
I have had a very good week in Warhammer. So I had my first league game on Tuesday down the club. And just a shout out to Tom as well. The club was wall to wall people.
Was it popping?
There was games in rooms I've never seen games being played. Like, it was almost like they had to set a table up in the toilet. It was so busy last week.
Bog table.
Played Sisters, which is always fun.
Do you know what? Can we do something about this faction?
Someone stop me having to play them. So yeah, but then people are probably saying the same about me and Custodies at the moment. They're like,
people are saying about you as an individual, yeah.
Yeah, I know. People don't want to play me anymore. I don't know why. Because
people love playing you.
No, not with me. With Custodies, it's a right pain in the backside.
It's got a good win rate.
Yeah, that's gonna soon.
I don't think so, mate. I think you can do well with the Custard Men.
And then I played Stu last night. Played his Black Templars with my Custodies, so that was another good game as well.
Lovely.
Me and Stu got a little bit, feisty with each other, which is always fun.
That's what we like to see, a bit of aggression.
Yeah, then we had a little cuddle afterwards. That's all good.
Jumped in the hot tub.
Yeah, linked him to the OnlyFans, gave him a free membership.
Guys said I'd rather play Sisters and Custodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Those of you that haven't, check out the stream game we had on Thursday. Hell of a game.
Hell of a game. Oh, and I'm playing this Thursday on the stream. So I've managed to really go 2-footed into Warhammer. So I played last night. I'm doing this tonight. I'm playing tomorrow. I'm playing Wednesday. And I'm playing Thursday.
Just picked up an empty bottle. I think I was looking forward to a drink.
I've managed to book myself 4 games in 5 days.
That's the sort of life we want to lead. Good lad. Man. That's nice, mate. 4 out of 5.
So what's the next topic we're moving on to then?
Yeah, very funny. Come on.
How was your week in Warhammer?
Good question. Thank you very much for asking.
Finally.
I have just been so busy with the stream bits and life. It was challenging last week to fit it in. This week is much better though. I've got a game on Wednesday. With Luke. Oh, Luke. Luke, let's play and chat on Wednesday, mate. Sorry, I should have texted you back, but today's been mental. And I did try and organise, if anyone doesn't know what it is, it's a new word for organise, a league game, but people were all sorted, so I'm playing a league game next week with me Knights.
Oh, who are you playing? What are you playing into?
I am playing Tom's De Keldar.
Okay. I've got...
With all these...
Grey Knights tomorrow?
Lances of Doom that he's going to try and kill me
Dark
with.
Lancers. They're a pain in the backside.
I played him round here a few weeks ago. We had a great game. It was an awesome opponent. And there was a million Dark Lances in it.
Yeah, that's basically the Dark Eldar. That's the old Dark Eldar list before this new one where they all get out of transports. But I think it's pretty much still the same thing.
Can I roll a 5 up or a 4 up? It's going to be the old Imperial Knights. Shoot me and see if I die.
And if I do die, I die. And if I don't, I'm all good, baby.
Yeah. So that was good. I'm trying to paint my Bretonians. I'm trying to keep up with what's going on in the world, thinking about the channel and all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Right, let's look at some stuff.
Wow, that was really... What's in that?
Why did I do that, sir? North, you're looking a bit red. Did the Turks burn your face hair? Do I look red compared to him?
Mate, I'm always red. I know. I've just got high blood pressure. It's just how I operate.
Have you got high blood pressure?
Yeah, man. I operate at all sorts of levels of blood pressure.
Do you?
Yeah, man. It's all good. It's like the next best thing, isn't it? High blood pressure. Is
that a bit of fun? High blood pressure? Do you think I could have that?
Mate, might as well. I would be very surprised if you don't have high blood pressure the way that you operate, mate.
Don't talk to me like I'm one of them people.
Don't talk to me like I'm one of what people?
Well, sometimes there's always something wrong with you. You know what I mean?
Oh no, not like that. You just just very red. Probably got a bit of high.
Am I quite red? No, I don't know. MCD.com. I wish I knew your actual name because it's quite a mouthful. Your campaign to get the Land Raider is genuinely
hilarious,
incredible. Yeah,
I love the fact he's literally like, I want this, but he hasn't even.
It's superb.
Mate, some of the stuff he puts in the Discord is absolutely genius.
He's on a real mission to get it. Should we look at your new favourite model? Look at this. Do you know what? Listen, here we go, right?
Why have they done this to me?
I hadn't even got this in studio mode.
Why have they done this to us?
I'm a professional, guys. I'm an absolute professional.
No, but why?
Do you know why this has happened? And I really want to celebrate. And I really want to take a moment to thank Games Workshop for their continued efforts to demonstrate diversity in the hobby, okay? Because for a long time, for many years, many years, since I've played Games Workshop games now since I was 12. And do you know what? There's not been a great deal of diversity in this hobby. It's been dominated by a certain group of people, okay? A certain group of people have dominated this hobby, and that's normally sized humans.
Yeah.
And it's about time, it is about time we got some short people fairly represented. Who's to say that like short people couldn't look after the emperor? This is great to see.
I genuinely think, like, I'm genuinely of the opinion, and I said this to Adam today, that I think that that's a really bad camera angle. I think they've taken a really bad photo of it.
That's what Tom Cruise says. But the fact is, he's just short.
Yeah, because he's just so short. He's meant to be the emperor's finest, and he literally...
Look, he's like Alan Sugar. He's had to stand on a rock.
He's literally on a rock, and he's the same height as a normal person.
Sure.
Why have they made a custodian a squat? Why has he like managed to leave Votan and get some golden armour and a shield and pretend to be a custodian? It's honestly awful. It's not even a good sculpt. Even if it was the right size, it wouldn't be a good sculpt. I don't think.
It is superb
as someone that's
how he's on a rock just to make him look
custodies at the moment as well, that should love this, I think it's awful.
What's wrong with a little squatty fella? Don't be so sizist. You know, for years, people of short stature have been waiting to be represented in this hobby. Outside
they've got a whole army.
You can't call them dwarf. You shouldn't be pointing at people that are less than average height saying, "Oh, look, a dwarf." They need to be integrated into the mainstream, okay?
They've got a whole army. They don't need to be in Custodes. Why are they in Custodes? Even with his plume, he's still shorter than the rest of them.
Yeah, the plume's doing a lot of work for him.
And it's a rubbish sculpt.
If you kind of cover the plume up, he
looks anemic.
You've really got it in for him.
I just don't think it's a good look.
But what about his Promethean
fiery spear? I don't know, mate. I can take...
Whoa. Strength 9.
Yeah, one shot.
Whoa. Hitting on 2s.
Roll that one, baby.
Come on.
I mean, put him in a unit of Guardians, re-roll them. No, that's the wound. I don't know. I just think... If it's just a shield captain, isn't it? So it's just got the same rules as a current shield captain.
There was a really good... there was a very good meme, actually, that someone put in the group.
And it's just literally...
We had some good meme work on this.
I think the helmeted head looks better, obviously, because it always does.
This was Tom. Tom did a good little meme. That's quite good.
Does anyone think I'm wrong in the chat? Is anyone in the chat being like, no, this is a fantastic model?
I don't think from a quick glance at chat
it's so bad. It's a custody. Like, I'm honestly like, I like certain models that are a bit weird. But that is awful.
Yeah, it's
they've really missed the mark with that.
It's not as bad as the stilt one, though. When we talked about the stilt,
I prefer the stilt one than that.
You prefer stilt to chunker?
Yeah, because that's just such a miss. That's such a miss for what they could have done with that.
Nah, stilt. This guy's, but he's Roman vibes. Look, he's got the ruin. He's been to the Colosseum. He's got the tassel bits.
He's killed some, like, weird people that they've managed to get in the Colosseum. Yeah, it's boring, mate. Done. And then they haven't even changed the profile on his spear. His profile's still just the same. It's just lazy. It's so lazy.
Guy said it's aggressively off.
Yeah, it is. Mate, I'm done with him. Can we move on to something more better now? More better. That's how bad my English has got.
Come on, we'll do a more betters. Let's do a more betters with a bit of sound.
Now this.
Is this more betters?
Mate, now that is a proper model.
This is a model.
Look at it.
Hopefully people could hear the sound. We can't hear anything. Like, no, you should have been away something then. I've changed settings.
So I'm gonna own up straight away that
here we go.
That I have this week, just so everyone's aware.
Every week
I have an issue with plastic models, okay? So I'm just going to say that I have sold some models this week, and I have decided to buy some more models. So the army that I've decided to buy is Orkz.
Oh, who'd have thought?
So I am slightly...
Who'd have seen that coming, guys?
But I am playing Custodes, so I am, I've got both of these armies. The Custodes model's awful. The Orc model is absolutely fantastic. Like, absolutely fantastic. Look at it.
Yeah, no, the Ork model is absolutely mint.
Like, genuinely look at it.
Adam's asked a really important question now. I'm just gonna add it out and say, as an Englishman living in the south of England, is it racist to proxy those Ork models as Brummies? Great question, Adam.
No, the Orks are too intelligent. Am I going to get a load of Brummies turn up at my house now?
No, they don't have to use the internet. We don't get any.
Oh, and they'd think that they'd think, oh, they're down south and they'd drive up north or something, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Sorry if there's any Brummies in the
They
chat.
just drive straight to go east and just go into the sea somewhere.
Just straight off East Anglia, mate.
Or they're just going cliffs of Dover. No, they're a good breed. Right.
That is a cool
model. It looks more serious. Normally Orks look a bit derpy, but
I would suggest that from building a couple of Ork models recently, that will be bigger than the Custodes model. I bet you money that is bigger than the Custodes model. And should it be? Should the Ork be bigger than a Custode?
Here he is.
Look how big he is. Like, he stands out.
You're really obsessed with size, aren't you, of models? Is this part of your...
Mate, I've got a weird Freudian size.
When you're painting a big boy.
Yeah.
Do you like what I did there?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel compared to, I don't know, a Votan?
I don't like painting small minis. Do you know why? Because I've got sausage fingers. I've got sausage fingers and a distinct lack of talent. And it's never... Look, I've got big old sausage fingers.
Do you know what? Let me just get the full camera on, because they really are quite thick.
I've got big old sausage fingers.
Well, I mean...
I've got dislocated joints in my hands.
Oh, that's all right, mate.
And I've got a very distinct lack of talent.
No. Don't be so... I don't like you talking about yourself like this.
When it comes to painting, when it comes to other stuff, I'm pretty good.
I don't like you talking yourself down. I think you're a nice little painter. Sorry if we've offended any... Turns out we might have offended some Brummies in the chat. Guys, dads, and but these things happen. Tom says you've got King Charles fingers.
That sounds a bit weird. If I'm honest, but at least it wasn't,
The royal family have got enough on the plate without having to start
without
thinking
having
about
my fingers being compared to them. But this as well, if you look,
the Stomper.
This is an absolutely class box.
Or is it?
I think it's a cool box.
Is it? Oh, we need to be on the same level because the camera's focused different. Is it a scam? Is it a trap? Okay.
But why is it a trap? I didn't quite understand what you were saying when you said it was a trap.
All right. Well, I'll tell you why.
Sorry.
All right, calm down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because the stompers are crap.
Yeah, but
so it's like, the scalpers will all buy it, and I'm sure Telly were telling me you need to buy loads of the boys to be able to make a good unit because of the kits that you get with them, and the stompers are going to be turd. So
yeah, but then look at the Custodes box. The Custodes box got what, 6 bikes in it? 6 bikes. They're all useless. So what's the point in them?
Yeah, I'm not.
The Custodes bikes are the same thing, and they're probably the same points value. They might make the bikes
better though, because they know. I think they must know that the bikes are very good. I can imagine the bikes getting tickled, but I mean that is a lot.
That's 800 points.
Yeah, I know.
I looked at it the other day.
Look how big it is.
I looked at it the other day. Apparently, it's an absolute nightmare to build as well.
Do you know? I've got a pretty good idea what we could do with these stompers.
What?
Right, hollow the bottom out. We can wear them as hats.
Just turn up with a stomper on my head.
Because look how big it is.
Mate, it's massive.
It's a hat.
It is a hat, mate. I'm 100% buying that box.
We should enter a doubles tournament called the Stompers and just have 2 of them on.
Well, mate, even if I hadn't just bought Orks recently, I would be buying that box because that is a good box. Good box. I like it. I think it's right for a
chat.
Box.
How many of your chat are going to buy the box, eh?
What have you got? Oh, I've missed it.
Oh, well, the chat's over here, look.
Oh. Where's the chat? No, you've moved the chat over here, then you got rid of it.
I've lost it. There it is. Yeah, who's going to be buying the Ork box? JCMS Meta Monday.
Rumour going around today is that Custodes Codex goes on pre-sale the 24th and is out on the 30th. So the new Custodes Codex this month. I mean, that'd be interesting. Ork characters should be big. Might make... Right. Go on. Come on, Lawmaster. No, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be big. I'm just saying that it will be bigger than the Custodes model. And you're expecting surely one of the most elite warriors in the galaxy to be pretty big as well, aren't we?
He's still going after his Land Raider. Yeah.
He's still after his Land Raider.
Lawmaster Liam, that's sort of a feature that I was really enjoying, but it sort of went away. Who was round the other night that was actually a Lawmaster? Stu.
Stu, mate, loves it.
Stu's law is, to be honest, it's pretty impressive. That box is for losers. Losers like Liam. Do you know what?
That's Stu, because he's obviously getting mad. Stu's just literally hating me today.
I've seen a hostile crowd. You're taking some hits today.
Mate.
I think, yeah.
Agreed, Stu. Thanks, Adam.
I am not going to be buying that box, but I'm glad you find joy in it.
I think it's a good box.
We had some very good suggestions for the memes of the week this week, so well done everybody for that. I actually found something today which I thought was genuinely one of the funny. Is this not a good feature?
Mate.
Is this a bad feature?
Mate, I think you probably need to give some people some warning before you just did that.
I don't know how.
That's probably just come.
No, everyone, bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me.
You cannot keep interrupting. No.
This is not funny.
I'm having a conversation. Walter, I'm right here.
What is wrong with that dog?
I just love it. I just think it's the best thing.
Mate, it's really tickled you, this, hasn't it?
I just think it's excellent.
The thing is, I'm kind of numb to it because you played it to me about 6 times already.
I've been watching it all day. I've literally just been watching that. Listening to the June though. And then going back to the dog. Anyway, right, that's my ADHD out of the way.
And that's me done.
And that's one mental health condition addressed. Operation Clickbait. I did a video for members today thinking and talking about clickbait. I feel like we as a group and a channel should start to think about what we do about it and how we as individuals start to engage with it. So if you remember, which many of you are, because there's lots of green chat, I'd be really interested in what you think of that video, and I would welcome more chat on it on the Discord, and maybe us. I was going to try and touch the top of your head then. That would have been interesting.
I mean, you probably.
If I had arms, that imagine if
you were Mr. Tickle, that would really lean into your nickname, wouldn't it?
Imagine. Don't even go there. I swear to God. I swear to God, if the arms could kick, it's not even a nickname. It's bullying. I've never been bullied, and I will never be bullied. Imagine if my hands.
Hide in a closet again.
I swear to God, honestly, there'll be casualties.
There'll be hands being thrown, will there?
I'll just lose, mate. Beep. Yeah, we're going to be thinking about clickbait on the channel. Because it's an issue, isn't it, Liam? There's a lot of it.
Yeah. And I think this is the problem, isn't it? It's like, there's a couple of channels especially. I don't even know what her name is, but there's some Doris with some glasses on. And honestly, it's just utter nonsense. Like
You would not believe what's happened now.
Yeah, like every title is literally like, Games Workshop is the worst company that's ever existed because they've done this. And then it's like a 15-minute video of her just talking around a subject and then going, oh yeah, they've released a codex with a hardback instead of a softback.
There's a spelling mistake in the latest codex.
Yeah, and you're like, what? That was it.
It's like 15 minutes of your life
gone. And
so we're going to be thinking about this.
But the problem is that how many views does she get? 35,000.
3 million views. The channel's had 3. Oh, sorry, that's the thing.
That's the dog again. Stupid.
3 million.
Yeah, and like, why? What's this? Jesus Christ! Is this like some sort of intervention tonight? Are you a victim of friendship regression? What is friendship regression?
Recession. I've heard about this thing called friendship recession, which is going on. But have you heard about this?
No. How have we literally gone from clickbait titles to you opening this up?
It's just something that I thought was interesting that I'd bring to your attention on Meta Mondays.
Welcome to ADHD in visual form.
Does anyone else find it?
This is what ADHD looks like when it hits.
I thought that was an interesting feature. Have you been a victim of the friendship recession?
But we didn't even introduce... We were halfway through talking about clickbait and then you just opened something else
Well, I got bored. I just got bored of talking about clickbait.
All right. Go on friendship regression then.
Maybe we'll pick friendship regression up as a feature next week.
Is it friendship regression or friendship recession?
Recession. Apparently there's a friendship recession going on and I thought we could maybe do something to fight back against it by bringing people together.
Do you know where this circles really nicely back to, like we had this planned?
Go on, Liam, tie it all together.
Us in a hot tub with a Nigerian church cam.
Right, there's a friendship recession going on, and the only way we can address it is everybody starts coming around here and getting in the hot tub, okay?
6 people max. Bring the beers, we're getting wavy. Brandon turns up drunk because
if you invite that bareback guy, I swear to God, the whole channel's cancelled.
Mate, imagine what if I invite both of them round?
They're not coming in the house.
Who?
Anybody, any of your friends?
What, not Bareback Jack and Bobby Bareback?
I swear. Listen, I mean, just the fact that you have friends with that name makes me question my relationship with you. That's how much.
And if I want to get in a hot tub with you,
that's how much I detest those names.
Are you going to tell us what friendship recession is, then, or are you just going to randomly open an article, not talk about it, and then close it? What is going on?
I had it on the wrong thing all that time.
What are you doing? Don't mess around with the chat.
It's called a manic episode.
I just wanted to
say, no, there is valid. I just wanted to say,
my glasses.
According to, Liam, that was careful. You have to turn your microphone down. Where are you going? Oh, right, you were just standing up. Thought you were off for a jog. Put them back on, Liam. Good lad. I just wanted to say, apparently, according to Women's Health, there's a friend recession going on. So if anybody wants to push back against the friend recession, we're all here. And I want to build a community of people that never feel like there's a friend recession going on.
Has shed 4.5 friends. Why have they still got half a friend? It seems a bit Dharma-esque, doesn't it?
I love the way they're measuring people by halves.
Yeah, got half a person left.
Imagine the process of that, having like a logbook of your friendships and calling them and going, oh, do you know what? You've dropped 0.5 points as a friend this week.
Do you know what it feels like? It feels
Unless it's size-based.
Ooh, so if you lose a big one? So if you lose a me, you lose 1.5 friends.
If you lose a limb, they'll be like, oh,
whereas
technically
if you lose a Tom Green, he's only like half height, isn't he? So you probably lose.
Don't be aggravating Tom in the chat. He's a savage man at the moment.
He's a savage. I'll get a text message in a minute saying you're banned from the league. Maybe Tom modelled for the new Custodies model.
Listen, I'm not firing shots at Tom because some of the things he's saying at me in chat are absolutely disgraceful.
I haven't seen any of them.
Right. Okay. Should we go on to the main feature of the show?
I've blocked YouTube for recommending that channel.
Oh, for the shouty channel?
No, for the woman, probably. That's what...
You won't believe what's happened now.
I'm not doing an Irish accent. My ancestors will turn in their grave.
Have you got Irish ancestors?
My surname's Monaghan, mate. That's Irish as it gets.
You're like one of them Americans who thinks they're like Welsh and stuff.
Oh, no, but I was born in Canada, mate, so I'm a right old mix-up.
Oh, yeah? You were born in Canada?
Yeah, I got a Canadian passport, haven't I?
You do look a bit Canadian, actually.
It's always good to have a couple of passports, isn't it, just in case?
You could be a trucker.
Yeah.
Like a Canadian, like a proper... trucker. Yeah. Like, not just, I'm a trucker. Like, I'm a trucker.
Yeah, like, stuff happens in the back of this van. Almost with the water then. Me and Bareback cruising the highways of Canada.
Stop mentioning his name. What is this episode? He's been mentioned too many times. That's it now.
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main feature of the show. We're putting on our sunglasses. Apologies for the interludes. We're just warming you up for the main chat. Don't worry about what they're saying, mate. This is the only person that matters here is me. I'm only joking. My head says, but no. Liam and I...
Imagine getting boxy in the hot tub. Now that would get us some views.
I'm only going to say this once, but if people keep saying that in chat, I swear I'm going to start kicking people because I don't find it funny.
Oh, no.
It genuinely really irritates me.
Why? It's not like in a nasty way.
It's just one of them things that if someone says, that actually bothers me, don't say it.
Come on, let's move on to the topic. Mate, the glasses have not gone on properly here either. They feel uncomfortable tonight. The Meltons.
Yeah, that's interesting. You've sort of gone for an unusual angle on them.
What if I wear them there?
No, don't do that.
Why not?
I guess you could. Well, are you comfortable with them like that?
I don't know. I feel very comfortable in myself at the moment. So I feel like I'm just exuding confidence.
Adam, if people want to learn themselves to that, that's fine. But I will literally just ban people from the channel. I will not be bullied.
I will not.
I've never, ever been bullied, and I will not be bullied. Ever. Right, we have...
It's like a pure tank. Go on, sorry.
We have thought about our top 3 most fun factions to play.
Yeah.
We've based them on things like what they like to play on the table, the model range, the perceptions, all that sort of jazz. And then we've got the worst 3 based on the same thing. Liam and I have not conversed over this at all.
No. So, literally, there has not been a discussion about this, has there?
No. That might be a disastrous thing, actually.
That I might put one in that I think's the best, and you might put one in that thinks.
Well,
the
that
worst.
might be good. Well, if we're just all the same, I'm kind of hoping we're different. I'm gonna have to lean across to get the thing.
What have you done? Left your phone over there with them?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go and get it?
No, you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Oh my god!
Stupid.
Don't do anything stupid. I'm with Paul on this one. The best three are obviously all orcs.
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, I mean, we're only doing one per. It can't be one faction.
Unlock. It's 'cause I'm wearing sunglasses.
Because I'm wearing sunglasses. Oh, Jesus.
Who wants to go first?
What are we doing with our third?
Let's do a. Should we start with a? What should we start with the worst?
Start with the best.
Start with the best.
Okay, 1 second.
Should we start with best number 3?
Best number 3. Where's my notes app on my phone? Okay, yeah, mine's a bit controversial, to be fair.
Best top going 3, 2, 1. Starting
Going
with
3, 2, 1, yeah.
Go on then. Who's your top number 3?
Oh, I've gone with Nids.
So have I.
Oh, behave yourself.
Don't show
I'm
me
not
them
showing
all.
the rest of them.
Go on then.
Nids.
Why do you think Nids are a number 3?
I think Nids are very accessible to get into. There's a lot of they've been in a lot of starter sets, so they're quite cheap to get hold of.
Yeah.
A lot of the kits. You can play them in whichever way you want to play them. You can do hundreds of models. You can do big bugs, little bugs, choppy bugs, shooty bugs. The models themselves look pretty cool. Like the Carnifexes are quite cool. The Lictors are cool. The Death Leap is one of the best models that they've done in recent history. There's just a massive range of what you can and can't get with Nids. And it can almost tick any box you want it to tick.
Agree.
They've got a codex, but I don't think that really makes a difference. But yeah, there's some really, really good Nids models. What the hell have you found again?
Just some background.
Yeah, so I put Nids in at number 3. Why did you put Nids at 3? And I thought it'd be a bit controversial putting Nids in at 3, to be honest with you.
Look at this cosplay.
I mean, it's not bad.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's
I've
pretty
seen
good.
a lot
Look at
worse.
That is pretty good cosplay.
I mean, I would have rather he done like a Carnifex or a Death Leap and not a Hormagon. Or some Nids player will correct me and tell me that's what the other one is that doesn't shoot, that's got
Who's he
claws.
come as?
What, the small child? Probably a child, if I'm honest with you. He looked like he'd come as something.
Tyranids, I think, are a great faction to play for many of the reasons that you said. Model range is mint. It's also just from a thematic perspective what 40k is about.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see a 40k game, like Sisters versus humans v humans and stuff. Yeah. And it's cool. It's cool factions, but nothing beats the true alienness of Tyranids. Yeah. And when I think of Warhammer 40,000, and I'm just going to leave this running because it's interesting, isn't it? It's unusual that we're all about unusual things. I think of Space Hulk.
Yeah,
I remember
that whole game of them running through the.
Oh, mate,
that was so thematic, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of my first exposures to Warhammer 40,000 was playing Space Hulk on the Spectrum, computer game with my mate Johnny, and it just Tyranids were just sort of core part of that logistics. So I think from a lore perspective, they're really cool. They're really on brand. You can dress up as them and go to events and have pictures taken with people. You can become, a celebrity for the day and really cool outfit. I think playstyle wise, they're fairly varied. A lot of people obviously associate them with melee, but there's not awful,
mate,
exocrine.
They've got some really good shooting units in there as well, mate.
And I really, really, really enjoy Lictors.
Lictors
Death
are such a cool
Leapers,
model, yeah.
Neurolictors. I think from a playstyle perspective, you can that list could do with a little tickle. I think at a competitive level, it's not definitely. It's not quite there. Sorry, it is quite distracting, isn't it? But I just thought, a cosplay video of the factions we're talking about will always make me laugh. I think they're good. I think the models are cool as well. So when it comes to actually hobbying and collecting the model, I think they've got some of the best models in the game.
And they've got a wide range of models as well.
Yeah.
I think they've got a wide range of models. And I think one of the other things that I'm going to throw in as well is they're one of the factions that you can paint in literally any colours. And it's fine. They've got their standard high fleet colours, whatever they are, Behemoth, Kraken or whatever. Yeah. But you could literally turn up with ones painted black with grey highlights, or you could turn up with ones painted fluorescent yellow, and they all still look great on the tabletop.
Yeah, the mint. And God, we're really laying it on thick on the Nids, and I'd love to hear from chat. The chat agree that Nids are one of the top 3 factions to play? If not, tell us your third. People in chat, tell us what your number 3 best faction to play is. Have a little think, and hopefully some people are aligned with us. Yeah. The other thing that's cool about Nids is they're actually not that difficult to paint. Like, it kind of invites, like, Nids kind of invites sensible painting, because it's like, right, how am I going to paint the carapace? How am I going to paint the skin? How am I going to paint their talons?
Yeah,
and once you've worked that out, then every single model you know how to paint.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes I see things just being like, oh man, that's just like really messy, you know.
Yeah, there's too many bits of this and that and stuff on them.
Yeah.
And it just ends up, if I don't get it right, it just looks a mess. Yeah. Where with Tyranids, it's like, it can look a mess as well, and it still looks
That's
fine.
kind of fine, yeah.
Cool.
And God, maybe Tyranids should have been higher up, because the other thing that I really like about them is you can be wacky with the colour schemes. Yeah. You can, like those Tyranids I've got there, like yellow and purple. Yeah. I enjoy painting them so much because they look a bit mad.
Yeah, it's a wild. Do whatever you want. So your 3 was Nids as well, on brand. Right. Yes. What are we going? Third worst now.
No, should we do top 3, 2, 1, worst 3, 2, 1?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go worst? No, let's go worst. Let's go worst. Right.
Number 3. I'm really going to upset people with this as well, by the way.
Right. Shall I go first on this one?
You go first on this one.
Number 3, I've got Admech.
Oh.
I think Admech are one of the worst factions you can possibly play. I think they're an awful faction to collect.
Do you want me to tell you mine?
Your number 3 worst.
Yeah.
I'd like you to, yeah.
Sisters.
That's going to trigger the chat.
I know that's going to trigger the chat. But we've got
a lot of sisters in the chat.
There's a lot of similarities between why you're saying Admech and why I'm saying sisters. And I think it's overcomplicated. Loads of models that all essentially look quite similar.
Very similar.
Sisters, I find a very uninteractive mechanic with the Miracle Dice. It's just one of the mechanics that really annoys me.
Oh, it's awful.
I mean, the model range is great, but I don't like some of it, but that's just a personal opinion.
You do subscribe to Andrew Tate's War Room, so...
Yeah. I think you've got to paint them...
Just brushed over that, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
If I can't be asked with that. Okay, you don't want to go there.
I'm not going there. There's a thing where if you paint them badly, they look really rubbish as well.
Yeah,
They're just...
I was going to try and slag people off in the chat.
Yeah, they just look... Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm going to try and defend the sisters, okay? No, actually, I hate them. No, I'm joking.
This is all personal opinions, guys. Like, please
no, this is fact. This is fact. If you disagree, you're wrong. And we, I can see the attraction of a sisters army because they're kind of like... Lore-wise, I think they're quite cool. They're a little bit different. It's kind of Space Marines.
Yeah.
It's the Space Marine experience if you don't want to be the Space Marine player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they've got the power armor, they've got the bolters, they saw the whole Emperor, the thematic of the kind of like the cathedral-esque feel of some of those tanks.
The thing that I always find funny with sisters is there's definitely a meme on it, and it's like what sisters players think. Like what they look like in the lore and what they look like in the... and what everyone's sisters... And it's literally like these like... Basically Brock Lesnar's daughter in armour against like Jennifer Aniston in armour, isn't it? It's like... And it's this weird connotation that kind of comes with them that like... You're also a bit odd if you play sisters. Like there's something a bit weird about
going in on the chat.
Of course I am, mate. I know so many sisters
I don't know what
players.
The chat thinks, but I feel like Liam's lost too many games recently to sister.
I don't think I have.
There you go. No,
I haven't been touched by sisters recently. I beat sisters on Tuesday. Yeah,
that's for an After Dark. Is that one? That's
so.
I mean, I think you're being harsh on sisters, but you're making very valid points, and I like the fact that you've fired up the chat. We've got people saying they're going to unsubscribe. We've got death threats coming through on WhatsApp, like. Tom said Knights. Don't trigger me. Knights are not the third worst. Knights are worst. Can be horrible to play against or hard count. Just don't be slagging Knights off. Right. Third, Admech. Models, trash.
I wouldn't agree with that.
Trash. Awful, spindly, mechanic garbage. I think the models are vile.
Mate, you're going to trigger people with this.
I've not seen a good Admech model. I've just seen spindly... nonsense. The lore is annoying. You don't want to hang out with them. I don't want to talk to them. I find them quite boring. I wish they'd stay on their stupid planet and look at machines. Genuinely can't think of a word. Guy says, go back to the north.
Mate, I knew Guy would be coming in, mate.
I think they they make me feel ill. I think they're revolting.
Is this a lot to do with the fact that I touched you with them a couple of times?
Absolutely nothing. Breaches, disgusting. I hate them. The rules are boring. No, in all seriousnness, I do believe all those things.
And I think this is the thing as well. You've got to look at it as a whole. Sisters are quite an expensive army to get into.
Yeah.
Massively complicated. Admech are by far and away the most expensive army to get into. And ridiculously complicated to play as well.
Very complicated
for no
to play.
real reward with Admech. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not like you can big brain them and still be... Like, you big brain them and you still lose. And you're like,
let me say
I've just
this.
lost the Custodes and the geezers just stood 3 people on objectives and I can't do anything about it.
That is true, but you could also be watching the football, so that's why Custodes can be quite good. But anyway, let me say this, just to try and build some bridges back with the Admech players that I've insulted. If you collect and play Admech, not only do you have more money than me, so like, fair play, you're clearly doing all right to actually have a functioning Admech army, but also you're very smart because they are very complicated and playing Admech well, incredibly difficult, but your models are absolute garbage. Right. That definitely went down well with the chat.
Right, number 2, fun army.
Number 2, fun. Go on, you go first.
World Eaters.
You've gone World Eaters. That's insane. I've gone.
You've gone World Eaters. That's insane.
Yeah, they would be my number 4. I've gone for Imperial Guard.
Oh,
Imperial Guard. I think are number two top.
So why have you gone Guard?
I've gone Guard again for some lore reasons. I think if you a really good 40k army has some decent lore behind it. It's something you can read about and enjoy thinking about away from the hobby. There is just book after book after book of mint Imperial Guard lore.
Some of the best
all
books.
the Gaunt books are absolutely mint. Like, this is great. There's also that thing about like the human element. I think can be quite fun.
Well,
like in a world that is
people,
just it's just like
people.
The bloke. So the thematic of having a big Guard army is like, oh man, this is what it'd be like to be in the 140,000.
Yeah.
The bit I like about people telling me to get in the sea, thanks Tom.
God, get in the sea.
The thing about working at Blacks, okay,
the thing about turning up in a commissar hat to play 40k.
No, bear with me. There is some. Listen, the people that go through the process of collecting a Guard army, getting all the units, getting all those tanks, getting it on the tabletop. I just think thematically it's really in line with 40k again. It's a bit like the Tyranid army. I think from a playstyle perspective, they maybe don't have the most varied range of playstyle, but there's something thematic about tanks and troops and just lobbing stuff, once more into the breach type playstyle. Big tanks at the back, lobbing stuff in. I just think Guard give you a fun playstyle. The models and the range is decent, but thematically, I think it really represents 140,000. Go on then, World Eaters.
Well, we're talking about fun armies. What's more fun than getting loads of angry blokes and running them across the table at someone? Like, what is more fun than doing that? What if you want to play 40k in that way? There isn't another army that does it like that. There's no other army in the game that plays the game like World Eaters. And if that's what you want to do, if you want to go, do you know what I'm going to do? Turn 1, I'm going to charge 5 things on the other side of the board. I might lose, but I've had fun doing it because I've done exactly what I wanted to do, which was roll a load of dice, make some charges. You've got an epic centerpiece in Aggron. You've got loads of not loads, you've got some cool models in there. But if you're looking at it from a fun point of view, I think they can be a very fun army to play. And I think if you play them well, they can also be rewarding.
I can see the attraction there. Well, there's a lot of chat. There's a lot of chat which is really good. What Liam and I'll do is we'll address some of these and talk about some of these that people put in. So maybe we'll visit Orcs and Blood Angels. We'll take some discussion points as we go through.
We're only on number 2, remember, guys, as well.
Yeah, we are going to go through all these. But what I will say to what Liam said is that you are wrong.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I'm only joking.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah,
well, I'm not joking. I'm just going to politely and kindly disagree.
Is this when
with
you said that? This is like when you said Guard had a varied play style, didn't you?
Well, I think there is it's not that varied, but like it's balanced-ish in its application.
Boop, 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 boop. As you're backing out of that one.
Oh, that was meant to be a reversing sound. No, it's longer than that. Boop, boop. That was like anyway. I just think they're quite boring. I just think they're kind of like they're just going to run and they're going to run and they're going to run.
But it's not just about it.
I just find them like, they're a bit like a Chad army.
Yeah, but that's kind of what's fun about them.
Oh.
I think that's what's fun about them. Like when you're looking at it for like a fun dynamic to do on the tabletop, do you want to turn up to an event and go, here's my, I don't know, 50 million AdMech army, or do I want to go, here's Angron, here's some 8-bound, here's some Berserkers, I'm deployed on the line, let's hope for turn 1, baby.
Listen,
let's see what happens.
Paddy Mick, welcome, my friend. Oh, your sound's not on, so maybe tomorrow when you watch this, you will hear us say, hello, mate, thanks for joining in and supporting the show and being a member. And joining the Discord recently. We appreciate you. It's a Cosby army.
Yeah,
it is. You like it, and I say that with respect. Because
I like it because you can.
You like it because you can turn up and
pump
just
someone,
completely smash someone to smithereens.
Although, do you know what my win record was with World Eaters?
You didn't pick them at a great time.
20%, mate.
Yeah, but you came in a bit late, I think.
I missed the boat, and everyone had realised how to play with them. Yeah,
yeah. You turned up, pants down.
Yeah, I got. Oh yeah,
ready to go.
Okay.
And the lights had come up. The hot tub was over.
Yeah, Adam, like they are the X-1 army.
Are the models good?
I think the models are good.
Angron's cool. Yeah, Angron's
8-bound are cool. One of them looks derpy with the feet, but yeah, you don't model him like that. Berserkers are cool. Jackals are cool. Like, I don't think they've got bad models.
What's chat? Anyone in chat think World Eaters should be in the top 3? Come on, Liam, don't worry about them.
Don't mind. Right, are we going for?
We're going for.
We're going.
I think there was some bold choices there. Imperial Guard and World Eaters. Worst number 2.
Me first.
Yeah.
Vanilla Marines.
Oh, that's disgraceful.
So I'm not including all your chapters. I'm just saying your standard vanilla Marines. Your standard.
I've got the
straight out the box.
This is who I've got number 2. These absolute clowns.
Who's that?
Death Watch.
Oh, okay. Well, have you got a Death Watch supplement?
Have you seen how thin it is?
Yeah, mate. It's
like a frisbee.
To be fair, I'd even forgot they were an army. But yeah, I put Vanilla Marines at 2 for just.
That's bold. We're going to argue about this.
Why? Do you not think that they're just... There's how many kits? How many kits of Marines are there? How many Marine kits are there?
Come on then, let's argue about it. Shall I do it?
150, like, ridiculous. How many of them look all very, very similar?
Listen. Let's just rewind for a minute and reflect on what we're all saying, okay? JCMS, yes, it is a real faction, and because I've written it down on my sheet, so it's going to have to be a real faction.
Yeah, that's it. I'm with Liam. Of course he is, because I'm right. You're not right. If you think Vanilla Marines are a fun army to play, you're wrong. What makes Marines fun is introducing all your Blood Angels or your Death Watch.
I'm going to stand up. I'm going to stand up in a minute.
Dark Angels.
Do you want me to stand up? I'm going to stand up.
Mate, you couldn't stand yourself up.
Oh yeah, watch me.
Oh, he's in the cupboard again.
Right. I feel like I might have to respond directly to some of the stuff you said about Marines to make this flow, okay?
Yeah.
I've got Marines as number 1, top.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What, just normal Marines?
No, like, Marines. I mean, everybody takes normal Marines. Bloody Matt plays Space Wolves. They're not Space Wolves.
No, but I'm not...
The Marines.
I think the thing that makes Marines interesting is all the, your Dark Angels with the bikes and the termies, or your Blood Angels with those bits.
No one plays that anymore. People
Such
go...
a boring
people turn up and go, here's my...
Oh,
here's
Paul,
my...
are you high?
Listen,
yes, he is.
I will fight you all. I will die... Listen, I will I will die on this hill.
Mate, you are literally going to get absolutely murdered for this. This is terrible. Because you've missed the one army that is clearly the best army in the game for fun-wise.
Excuse me. Everybody calm down. I'm going to stand on this hill. I will mount my defence, and then we will commence battle. Right?
Oh, you've got a mate called Calvin.
Right.
There you go.
Me and Calvin will stand together on this hill.
Go on,
right, here we go.
I'm waiting for it. I'm
just forming the best
because
line
you
of
can't
attack.
even think of an argument to say why they are the best.
Here's the
them
argument.
at the best because you've been brainwashed by GW. It's a psyop. It's a psyop, and you have succumbed to the psyop. I'm bigger brain than you. I haven't succumbed to it.
Listen, Liam, you're gonna have to let me articulate this,
mate. You can't articulate yourself, mate. You're really struggling.
Listen, your attacks won't affect me.
It clearly is, though.
It's just water off a duck's back, Liam. I brush aside.
Go on then. Tell me why Space Marines are good.
And I'll do it in my own time as well.
Because you're really struggling here.
I will form this argument in my own time, and your insults and attacks will have no effect on me. First of all, they look quite cool. Okay, I'm sorry, but don't look. Listen. Space Marines are the epitome of Warhammer 40,000. The idea of these lads zooming down, carrying out the will of the Emperor in these big mega suits and bolt guns is Warhammer 40,000.
You're just so wrong.
Through and through. It is, from a lore perspective, it is what the entire game is built upon. The eliteness, the superiority of a Marine versus your lowly human or chump on a planet that don't know what's hitting.
Wrong.
Your interruptions will not affect the flow of my argument, Liam.
But you're just wrong.
Your interruptions will not affect the flow of my argument. So I think, from a law perspective, they're cool. You can paint... I'm not reading the chat.
Back up from a guy called Calvin. That's not helping your argument.
Me and Calvin will fight you all, okay? Space Marines.
Yeah, exactly.
Playstyle-wise, I think they're pretty good.
That's cool.
Do you know what's funny about this? Half these idiots play Space Marines.
Yeah, because they play...
Including you numpty.
No, I play Blood Angels that have some Space Marines in them.
I forgot you play Blood Angels. Oh, that changes everything.
Yes, of course it does, because I've got cool units.
You play them as Vanguard or whatever else.
I always played them as Sons of Sanguinius.
Right, let's get serious about this now, okay? Just take us through your last 3 factions you've played. Reverse order.
What, Custodes?
No, Orkz.
Well, I haven't played Orkz. I bought some
but
models.
you know they're going to be good. Right, now, so Orkz, Custodes, Custardos. Admech, you thought they were going to be good.
No, I didn't.
You like playing the best factions, the strong actions, okay?
Can we... No, let's actually address... No. Let's address this properly. Who's got a...
I'm worried.
Who's got a drawer full of Custodes over there because they thought they were going to be good?
Turn this round and try and straw man
then
me.
Bought all of the Vanguard models because they thought they were going to be good? Who then... got all of the Tyranid? Who got all of the Tyranid models? Because again, they thought they were going to be good. The Tyranids you've got painted up there.
They're just up there because I like painting them.
How many Exocrines did you buy?
2.
Paul?
No, there's a couple.
A couple of 3?
2 Malaceptors, a couple of Exocrines. But listen, this is beside the point.
No, it's not.
We're talking about you. Stop distracting. You like playing the best factions. Answer me this.
I've never played Eldar. I never played CSM.
Liam, we're gonna now role play a situation.
No.
You're playing an event at the weekend and you can only take Marines.
Yeah.
How are you going to play them?
Blood Angels.
You're not going to play Blood Angels, Liam. You're going to take them in one of the broken detachments, Ironstorm, whatever else.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I don't play the
Any sensible human being is going to play them as vanilla.
No, they're not. No sensible human playing them as vanilla Marines.
Listen, I'm going to continue making my point and on this hill, right? Playstyle wise, I think they're very good. They've got a very
getting violated. You are getting violated.
But look who said that. It's Brandon, right? He's biased, okay?
Why is he biased?
Because he doesn't agree with me. Me and
He's biased because he doesn't agree with me.
You've got to let me finish making my point.
Mate, you've been making this point for a long time and it has not achieved the argument at all.
You shouldn't judge a person based on the speed by which they make the argument, Liam. You should base it upon the substance which they provide.
There's less
I have not finished making my points, okay? The model range is very deep. They're fun to paint. They're fun on the table. And they're all 40k.
So, my counter-argument to that is the model range is deep, but it all looks ridiculously similar. If you can tell the difference...
What are you on about looks similar? Have you seen a new Terminator? They're well cool.
But they're just bigger versions of the old Terminators. You can't. What? So you've got
No,
a
they're not.
difference
They're totally
between
different.
infiltrators, incursors, reavers,
this isn't an argument.
Primaris Marine. They all look the same. And yeah, you're like, they're cool.
Well, yeah,
to
they're all
paint.
Space Marines.
Well, they're
That's
just
like saying all Imperial Guard look the same.
No, but Imperial Guard at least have like something varied about them. They have some Ogrins or something like that look different. Mate, Space Marines all look too similar. The paint scheme's always pretty boring. The play style of vanilla Marines is dull. Every single one of your arguments
says World Eaters. Right,
World Eaters are more fun than vanilla Marines.
Let me just say this to the rest of the Marine lovers out there, okay? Sometimes in the face of oppression and violence, we have to stay strong. And I know for most of the chat right now is agreeing with me and thinking that, man...
Just making the arguments why Northerners should stay in the North.
Guy Cat Talk, his dad's Brummy, okay? And we've already addressed that in the chat. Right, what's your number one then?
No.
Hang on, no, because I've jumped... No,
you've jumped.
We've got to go back to Death Watch.
You've got to go back to Death Watch. I mean, I'm not against you having that as one of the boring armies to play, but...
Well, I quite like Death Watch as number one, just because it's just, who plays these? They're just really dull. There's like barely any ways you can play, and the model range is tiny.
But they're just Marines.
I
don't understand how you've put vanilla Marines at number one of fun to play.
Because you can do whatever you want with vanilla Marines. They've got all the play styles.
Yeah, but then why have you put that in there? It's rubbish.
Don't start critiquing my work and my analysis.
I thought that was the idea of this.
JCMS says it's not a real faction. Fine, I'll pick another one then.
You think about another one then.
Marines.
Right. What are we going to now? Our best faction. You've already done
No,
yours.
you've got... What was your worst number two?
Marines. That's how we got onto this argument.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, you have literally... You realise that you...
What was your number one?
Number one fun faction to play. And you put...
You better say Imperial Knights.
You put... Right, I'm just going to say...
People saying heretic in the chat.
I'm just going to say...
Everyone's so angry. You all play Warhammer 40,000, you're angry at the poster boy.
I'm just going to say, right...
That's not me, by the way, that's Marines.
You put Space Marines as your number one faction to play, and my number one wasn't even in your top three. And if if the chat doesn't agree with me on this, then I will die on this hill.
I swear to God, if you say Orks, I'm off.
Orks. Mate, by far and away, the most fun faction to play. They just are. He's actually walked out the room. He's gone. He's genuinely gone out the room. I could just hear him giggling down the hall. He's gone. Liam wins 40k. Turn the stream off. Mate, Orks, if we're looking at this as fun factions to play, Orks are the most fun faction to play. The model range is ridiculous. I don't know where he's gone. Like, I'm literally genuinely just sat here doing it on my own now. Calvin tells me to get out. Orks are dog water. I don't even play Orks, and I put them number two behind guard. Exactly. Thank you. They are got a crazy diverse model range. You can do whatever you want with them. You can buy Imperial Guard and say they're Orks. You can do literally whatever you want with Orks. You can paint them however you want. Yeah, mate. He's still not come back. I know, now he's back. He went and got a squash and he's played. Mate, you should see the comments in the chat. Everyone's like, yeah, that makes complete and utter sense.
I'm going into hiding.
Guess who's backing you again, though?
Calvin,
obviously. But, mate, Orks are 40k. Orks with the Cockney... Yeah, can't say that. I play CSM and I'd still put Orks at one. Orks are every army. I'm a tank. I don't even play Orks and I put them at number two behind God. Mate, how can you do a list of fun factions and not have Orks in there? The most ridiculous faction in the whole of the game. They spend more time blowing themselves up.
Listen, if everyone needs to hate me for this to work, then I will walk into that breach.
What's wrong with Orks?
I'll never play Orks.
No, but it's not about playing them. It's about, are they fun?
No.
Are they a fun faction? What's not fun about Orks?
I just find them a bit cringe.
Why?
Oh, just the wiring at the table and the shouting and like... You know when you showed me those Orks then and I said, that looks quite cool actually. Do you know why?
Why?
I'm just sick of seeing green.
Oh, what, the fact that I've painted them purple?
Yeah, I mean, that gives
I've
a
gone
bit, but
purple.
they're just a bit like... When someone's like, I'm really into Orks, it makes me, it's someone who's like really into, I don't know, they like really into shopping at Primark. I just think it's just so boring. I just find it quite.
And you you think vanilla Marines are more interesting than Orcs? You need to go and have a serious look at yourself again. Go back out the room.
Warren is banned from. I wanted to hide my identity, but actually, I'm just getting too hot.
Man in his 30s as a full-time job just said Orcs are the most fun faction. Unreal.
Who's backing me up there?
Adam, mate. It's not a great person to be backing you up. If I'm honest with you.
Listen, do you know what? I will say what I think, and the people can unite against me.
Mate, even LeBeau's supporting me, mate.
Don't look. Listen,
mate. You've literally missed this completely.
I don't care
what you've done.
Listen, sometimes you just have to be honest, Liam, and you can't go. You can't go with the mob.
I haven't gone with the mob.
You know,
I've done
Socrates,
my list.
Plato was killed. Do you know what I mean? For saying what he believed, and he changed the world. I'm willing to do the same thing when it comes to Space Marines. Orcs.
But what faction are you playing at the moment?
Imperial Knights.
Okay.
I just think they're just a bit it's just a bit cringe, do you know what I mean? It's a bit like, oh, okay. You know, you're going to put lots of models on the board. You're going to, like, just be a bit too enthusiastic about some of them, and you're going to throw them at me. I don't really think they're very finesse faction.
It's not.
It's just all a bit, I just find it all a bit basic. But at least Marines, you know, you've got a bit of play style in there.
So do you know where this...
I think it's the elite element to armies that I quite like elite armies.
We should have put Custodians at number 1 then, shouldn't you?
I actually think Custard Men I struggled with because
you hate them.
I sort of hate them but love them.
I
hate them but love them. Yeah, I sort of like I find them. Oh no, I'm not a secret Eldar player. Good lord. Yeah, I think, and I'm going to upset a lot of people close to me. Telly's a big Orc player. Telly loves Orcs. He's got a lot of Orcs. But ask Telly. I've never ever collected or played Orcs ever. I just find them. I just find it a bit cringe.
I think
I'm not into it. It's just a bit. It's a bit painful.
But I think when you look at the model range, the model range is very good. Let's be fair.
It doesn't. Do you know what it might be? It's sort of the cartoony bit of them. Do you know what I mean?
But then the other thing you can do is you can put. You know, if you want to go and buy a load of Imperial Guard tanks, you can make them Orc tanks.
Well, yeah, if you're an idiot.
No, but you can do that's.
Sorry, is that what you're doing?
No, not at all. But you can do that with. It's one of the. I think it's got one of the most.
Already going out today.
I think it's got one of the most diverse, as in about allowing you to, like, not proxy, but convert stuff into suiting what you want it to do.
I think that sums up why I think they're a bit.
Yeah, so you want it to be clean and tidy. And
yeah, you know, I want to see a good piece of power armor and know what it is. I don't want to see something converted.
Do you think this says a lot about our diverse play styles between the two of us as well? That I've just picked armies that run up and try and smash
for sure.
And
yeah,
you pick like finesse stuff.
For sure. I like finesse elite armies. Telly's says, as an Englishman who plays Orcs, Paul is a racist. Brilliant.
About Orcs.
Calvin, me and Calvin are just on the hill. Me and Calvin are just like two bold Marine brothers back to back, cutting down wave after wave of ignorant Orcs. He says Orcs are cringe, and so are the people who play them. Come on, Calvin.
Oh, Peter's appeared.
Peter.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Orcs here. We do not like them here. Follow. Oh my God,
Peter. The first half of that sentence, I'm with you. The second half, I don't know what's going on.
Do you owe Paul money or something? Oh my God.
Telly says I think he hates him because he's colourblind. That is true. I'm colourblind.
Oh God. Right. I think we've
number one.
Our worst, least fun faction to play.
We've got to be aligned on this. I think everyone will be on the same board with this.
I don't know.
Everyone in the chat, right? Everyone in the chat, when you hear this, type in the chat what you think the number one worst faction is, and don't press enter. Just don't press it yet. Just type in the chat. This is the worst faction. Type the name. Don't press enter. And then in a minute, we're going to everyone press enter and reveal it. And I reckon it's going to be the majority.
I don't reckon mine is. I've picked one that's quite popular, but I don't like them. I don't think they're fun.
The number one worst faction. Chat, press enter now. Let's see it. Mine is Eldar. I think it's Eldar. It's got to be their worst faction.
No, I haven't put Eldar.
Oh no, I've misjudged it again.
Eldar Space Marines.
There we go. Two Eldar.
Votan, Custodes, Necrons, Knights.
Tom!
Tau, Custodes, Knights. Oh my God, no one's put the army that I put at number one.
Reveal what you've got.
Death Guard. I absolutely hate Death Guard.
Yeah, do you know
I think
what?
that
That's
the
not a bad
aesthetic
shout.
is awful. I think the play style is horrible. You put them on the table and they all look identical. They've got one cool model, which is Mortarion. The rest of it is absolute garbage, and I hate it. And if they took that army out of the game, I wouldn't care. Would improve 40k for me. Sorry, Death Guard players. I think they're rubbish. I think they're just terrible.
I agree. I mean, I've not put them number one, but they're not a faction I'd pick to play.
I don't like the aesthetic.
The models
I don't
are
like
bad.
the play style. I don't like
the lore.
The people that play them as well, when they go into like what weapons they've got, it just bores me. The model range looks poo. I'm getting absolute.
This is like a Aggie.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at the chat. Look, I'm literally know what's going on in the chat.
It's just opinion, I don't really think anything.
Apart from you love Space Marines.
I change my mind every day. If you do this with me tomorrow, there'll be like 6 different factions. Like, I'm just so inconsistent with
Mate,
my
I was literally,
thoughts.
I did my list earlier and I was like, right, funnest faction, Orcs, done. Worst faction for me, Death Guard, done. Like, they were the 2 points I started from.
Death Guard are so boring, aren't they?
Just dull, mate.
Oh, it's a very dull. They have those stupid tanks that sit at the back.
Play burst
And then they
crawlers.
just have crap Marines, basically, don't they?
He's not
the
wrong.
lore awful.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Do you ever worry about the sort of the personality
Oh
of
yeah,
people?
Shredders in the Nutsack team plays Death Guard and Eldar.
Soz, mate.
Sorry, mate. Oh
Soz,
God.
mate.
Oh hi, Matt. Never met an Eldar player I liked. Sorry, Shredders. Death Guard must be in a vomit diary.
There's something about the character behind a Death Guard army as well, Liam.
Can we all agree Liam is wrong? No, we can't, Calvin, because
Stop
no one
upsetting
else
me with
is
the
agreeing.
chat.
No one
Talk
else is
to me, not
agreeing
the
with
chat.
Calvin.
You've upset me now.
You've upset.
I'm joking. You're not upset.
I just don't.
Well, you've upset me now. You took the glasses off.
Oh, sorry. They were
No,
hurting
it's
my
all right, mate.
head.
It's health and safety. We're very conscious about health and safety.
They're hurting my head, and I want to be controversial without the glasses on.
You can. Well, I get slagged off on Reddit.
But I genuinely can't think of just
They are dog shit. Oh.
Oh, you could not, like, genuinely. I just wouldn't play them. I just would never play them. Not in.
Yeah,
I'd rather stop
never
playing the hobby than play them. Honestly,
I-
it's just completely the wrong thing for me.
I agree. I think that's a sensible worst faction. Eldar.
I know why you've picked Eldar. I can see Eldar, but I think you're basing it on your opinion from 10th edition.
I think if you play Eldar, you've probably disliked in and out of the hobby.
I think the problem with Eldar is, and I'm gonna try and defend Eldar as being the.
No, don't,
I'm not going to defend them, but I think
Don't defend them.
they've got a bad rap in 10th. They had a very bad rap. They swing so massively. That's the problem. They're
just
either
awful.
ridiculously broken or complete rubbish.
Yeah.
And the problem is that some of the models are actually really cool. Like the Howling Banshees are cool.
The warp spiders are good, but the rest I just think is awful.
Yeah. There's some cool models within there.
Just spindleness.
Yeah,
I mean,
elves.
I like the aesthetics of chunky, so I'm going back to Marines again, but like just little spindly, nonsensy models. I think the
I love the way your top
style's
three are
very
just like
frustrating.
whoever's the most spindly is rubbish.
Yeah, spindlers, the spindly boys are awful. Do you know what? I think, mate, everybody's got upset about the Death Watch thing. I think I'd drop the Death Guard in. I think Death Guard 2. I think you made a convincing case of Death Guard being 2. Eldar, I think, are the worst.
I thought that Eldar was a bit low-hanging fruit, to be honest with you, at the moment.
Stop criticising my decisions.
I'm not
okay?
criticising your decision. I think you're very right, and you could easily put them in there. But I think when you're looking at it from... Because we were doing this based on us playing them. I think if you're doing to play against, who's the least fun to play against... Eldar are number one.
For sure,
100% Eldar are number one.
I think your point of like, I just don't know. They've not been balanced this edition. They're just very swingy. I think like as a play style, I just think they create sort of negative, annoying experiences.
Well, I think it's the same thing as the Sisters, isn't it? Like their army mechanic is uninteractive and unfun to play against. We're playing a game where we're supposed to roll dice, and yes, there's re-rolls in the game, but there's a difference between rolling dice and then going, oh yeah, no, I automatically know what I'm doing, if you know what I mean. It's a very different. It changes the way that the game should be played, and not for the better for me.
Let me just also put this in. We should have said this at the beginning. It's just personal opinions, and all factions are fun to play against. And anything me and Liam are saying to each other or to people that play them, we say in jest for the purpose of entertainment, and we don't make any judgment on anyone, on any of these factions, unless you play Eldar, in which case we just... I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm obviously joking. All factions are fun. 40k is fun. It's a great game. We'll just be normal men.
But and I think this is the whole thing, isn't it? Like, we wanted to do these lists without talking to each other because we wanted to generate this sort of debate and have this conversation. And look, you know, it's Liam. Where do you think the new crew will place in the list without Tau? I actually really like the new crew.
Crews would be cool. Yeah, they look awesome.
I really like the new crew.
They look awesome. What we should take from this exercise as normal men is that everyone plays the game for different reasons, and there's no right or wrong answer. It's just fun discussions and conversations. Everyone wants to get something different out of a game when they come to the table, whether it be the fun of collecting an army and thinking about the army, or playing it on the table, what your experience is. It's a very individual thing.
Well, yeah.
And, you know, I'm still stood on that hill with regards to Marines, but unfortunately, for those people that disagree with us, I actually think they're probably the most popular faction.
Oh no, they are.
So I mean, they're probably the most.
They're the most popular faction. But then, what's the second most played faction at the moment?
I don't know. You're the one that
Custodes.
Custards.
Because yes, they're good at the moment, but they're also very easy and very accessible to play. What do you need? 5 or 6 boxes, 2 combat patrols, and you've got an army.
Yeah,
done. 150 quid.
Great value. Great value and quite. Yes, I mean, Custards. I was thinking of putting in the top 3 just because I think if you did it, you're getting into the game.
Yeah, I think if you did it the other way round and it was armies you had to play against, I think the list would be very different.
Yeah, agree.
Very different.
Shall we look? Thanks for that chat, my friends. Appreciate everyone that's got involved and shared their views and opinions on that. It was a very lively discussion, as always. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just seeing what the last person has said.
Why? What they said?
No, nothing. Go on, let's do Meta Mondays.
Someone said something offensive?
No. I was just seeing what... Someone said the new Custodes box was good. Lost their mind.
It's
only it's telly, though, so I can't say anything to telly.
Oh, don't be slagging off telly. JCMS
He's got my address now as well, hasn't he?
He has got your address, mate. Yeah,
so he could post poo to me.
You could be getting a little poo box.
Oh, a little Tupperware with some poo in it.
Little poo box.
Please don't post me poo.
Posting poo. Posting poo. Posting poo. JCMS Meta Monday joins us live in the chat as well today. Well, as you do most weeks, mate. We appreciate you doing all this work, and we encourage everybody to support him, her, they, we don't know, on Patreon by clicking the link.
Please do, yeah, please do.
Because the stuff you do is great, mate, and we appreciate loads. So we're going to look through the meta. Go on, Liam. Do you want to read out some of the top lines, my friend? You had a little gander, didn't you?
So I had a look through it again, and there's some armies that have really randomly just started appearing. So if you look through it, Chaos Demons did really well this week. Come from absolutely nowhere. Yeah, but that's David Gaylord, so just ignore that.
David what?
Gaylord. No, that's his name.
I know it is. I was just trying to be funny.
I know, but you wanted me to say something else.
No, I didn't, did I? I'm not immature. Come on.
Sisters.
1,000 Suns.
1,000 Suns, mate.
What the hell?
And then Chaos Demons with a 5-0 as well.
What the?
Black Templars floating around again. Tyranids, Invasion Fleet.
This looks healthy. These are healthy results.
These are healthy Necrons.
Do you know what we're not seeing? Eldar.
Go down a bit. Go down a bit. Tau.
Oh, okay.
Eldar.
Oh,
there you go.
Well,
it's like I reread it. It's like I read it before we started.
It's almost like you've done your research. We need to add a link.
There they are. Cheeky Custodes.
Someone says this channel can get in the Eldar player game. Triggered.
What did he say? This player can get in the bin.
We need a link to add the Discord. Rob, explain what you mean. A link in the chat for the Discord. Could someone post it, please? Eldar 5-0. I mean, these are the smaller events.
Custodes. Look at this! Look at this!
We're back!
We're back in a big way. Night Lives Matter. The movement when?
Night Lives Matters. I don't know why I held my hand up like that. We done it. We're back. 5-0. A 31 player event.
Oh.
What is the thing? Oh, whatever. I don't care anymore.
Imperial Guard at number 1 and you're throwing up the hand.
I'm like the guy in the meme with all the swords at the neck. Like, I don't care anymore.
I've lost interest now.
I'll fight you all. It's the guy.
Anyone.
It's the guy that's been beaten up so badly. He's like, I just don't care.
It's like South Park episode with Randy. He was like, I don't hear no bell.
You can't torture me. I'm already gone. Knights 5-0. Come on, boys. Come on down.
Good, mate. I mean, where was it? Omaha.
Yeah, listen, that's some of the top players from all those 31
I've heard
players.
that was literally the best of the best.
These people travelled from galaxies around.
Oh my God.
Listen, it's the little wins, okay? It's 5-0, but like, yeah. I mean,
but mate, I think the best thing to look at it is just really, really healthy to see. It's not the same 2 or 3 armies dominating everything again. It seems like the game is in a really, really good place. And as soon as I say something like that, they'll drop a codex and it'll be absolutely broken and we'll all be like, Custodi's codex has come out and it's awful. Like, but yeah, win
Space
rates.
Marines are the most fun faction to play, but the worst with a win rate of 41%. JCMS, I'm glad you included that in there. Thank you.
Thanks for editing your document as I got to the end.
Thank you. Orcs, the worst faction to play, are struggling and need their new codex soon to do with the meta, it seems. Only 33. This could be one of those things, though, where people like just.
People have stopped playing them until the codex comes out, I would suspect. Imperial Knights won an event and had a 50% win rate.
Do you know what? We'll take that. Compared to the depths of hell that we've been living, I'll take that.
Custodian's only 54% win rate?
Oh, only 54.
Well, mate, go to...
Good. I mean, that seems to be like the highest. Dark Angels did have 56%. But that always happens.
Tau had 56. I'm sure someone else had a higher win rate as well. Sisters had a 53.
This is interesting because Tom was talking about this one. About Tau coming into the ascendancy a bit because of the prevalence of custodes.
Mate, Guard 51. No, Chaos Demons.
57%. 7 of their 30 players made top tables seem to be finding their way.
Oh, I thought you knocked your drink over then.
My keyboard lights don't want to press the buttons now for some reason.
I pushed the button
I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've done to the keyboard.
Maybe it's always done that. You're just colourblind and you haven't realised.
No, like, look.
Oh, mate, that's so weird. I know it's doing stuff on it.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, mate, I think the meta is in an exceptionally healthy place at the moment.
It looks good, doesn't it? This is the healthiest, the past 2 weeks, I think we've seen it since we started doing the show. Before it was predictably quite boring.
Do you not remember when we first started doing this and you looked at it and it was just 1 to 10 Eldar?
Yeah.
And then CSM came in and it was 1 to 10, 5 were Eldar, 5 were CSM.
Yeah.
And then like a few other factions started drifting in. Everyone thought Necrons was going to be the next big problem.
Yeah.
I think that list's just too complicated. I think people are playing it, and unless you're playing it really, really well, it's like the Vanguard list, mate. It's just too complicated.
Yeah.
And you make one mistake with it, and you've really ballsed it up.
Feels in a good place. Be interested to see how our league goes in the Brighton League, how that levels out. Seems like a good mix.
Really good pods this year as well. Like some real decent people down there, decent players. Nice balanced pods, so we should get some
good games. And we've got some more good games coming up on the stream. We have Liam versus Matt this Thursday.
Get to see my Custodies in action, everyone, and I'll make it really exciting for everyone.
It's going to be a fun game. Live 7:30 this Thursday. And then the week after that, it's me against Brandon, which will, I imagine, just me and Brandon winding each other up for 3 hours.
While I'm doing the producing as well. So
just get ready, Brandon.
Get ready. Everyone's just going to get hammered.
Brandon going to be on his best behaviour, I'm sure.
Oh, God. Those two were terrible the other day with the swearing.
Oh, yeah. No effing and blinding. Adam did what you nearly did the week. Literally pressed live. He's like effing and blinding. I was like, that was almost the first word. I was about to press it. He's going, I was like, Adam.
I just like the fact Adam kept asking who those badgers were. Watch it back and drink every time Adam says badgers. I don't know why. It's just really weird. Badger. What do those badgers do? What about those badgers? Like, where are the badgers?
It's like me and ticklers.
Yeah,
what about this tickler?
Ticklers has caught on though, mate. A lot of people are using ticklers now.
Oh, yeah. Ticklers picks up. It's a nice little name. It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Bit of a tickler.
Lovely little tickler.
So, yeah, we've got some good games coming up. Look forward to having you on Thursday. Appreciate people's contributions in the chat, even though most of you were wrong. I do appreciate I'm only joking, lads. No one's wrong. It's all opinions, innit? It's all a bit of fun.
Wow. It's generated some chat, hasn't it?
It generated a lot of chat.
And if anyone wants to speak to me about it at the club tomorrow, you know where I am. Come and see me. We'll have a discussion. I'll tell you how you're wrong as well.
Yeah, same. I'm not there tomorrow. But, speak to Liam.
Tell me why Paul was wrong. I'm more than happy with that.
At the club tomorrow, Liam will be representing me and all my views, so do feel free to bring anything up tomorrow.
And how Death Watch is apparently an army, even though they've got free data sheets.
Well, you said, come. But that's why they're up here.
Well, because they've got free data sheets.
Oh, listen, it's not homework.
What about White Scars? Well, they've got one data sheet, haven't they, or two data sheets?
They're Marines.
So have a Death Watch?
No, they have a separate book.
So did White Scars. White Scars literally had a book with 2 units in it, mate.
I don't respect it. I don't recognise it as a book.
I don't respect your authority in it.
You don't see whites, but Death Watch you do see, like you see them at events and stuff. You know what I mean?
People that play Death Watch need to look at themselves.
People that are really into Death Watch are people that are like really into special forces. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
really elite. Really
go hiking at the weekend and pretend they've done some SFS training.
Yeah,
maybe we should stop this conversation because
they're
we're going to call someone out.
People that like Death Watch go to work with a camelback as though they're going to get lost hiking. It's like, mate, you walk into Budgeons.
They've got one of those shovels that comes in 3 pieces.
Yeah,
that you piece together and just in case I have to dig a foxhole.
They've got a Leatherman on the belt, but they're a trolley pusher. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just taking my Leatherman in. You're pushing trolleys.
Just in case it gets dicey out
You're
there.
literally pushing trolleys. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. I don't think you need your Leatherman, mate. Have you got 2 hands and 2 legs?
Yeah, lead into your new nickname, the Tickler.
Listen.
Mate, it's better than the last one.
yeah. That's, on that note,
we'll see you all later.
I have nothing to add. Appreciate everyone in the chat. You're all ace. Appreciate everybody that supports the show and gets involved in the Discord. Appreciate members loads. I put a video up earlier talking about clickbait. It'd be really interesting people's thoughts and feedback. Liam and I will see you on Thursday for the stream, and you'll see us next Monday. We'll also be doing After Dark as well. No After Dark today because we did one last week, but I did put a members video out literally just before I did this after I finished work. So if you want some more flow content, go check that out and catch you all on the Discord.
Peace and love.
Take it easy, guys.